For nearly 17 months, protests, rallies, forums, meetings, and constant travel has been the daily life for Hilda Vargas, mother of Jorge Antonio, one of the 43 disappeared Ayotzinapa students. Hilda, firm in her Catholic faith, was one of the Ayotzinapa mothers lobbying to meet with Pope Francis during his official visit to Mexico later this month.
Pope Francis is Argentinian, and in the 70s many were disappeared in Argentina, more than 30,000. We thought that the Pope would be sensitive to the subject and say the same thing occurred in his country, that he would join us in solidarity, but it was the exact opposite.
The pontiff is to participate in a 5-day state visit that will go from the country's capital to the impoverished south and later to 2 violence-stricken regions in the north. According to the Pope, the intention of the visit is to not ignore the country's structural problems.
The Mexico of violence, of corruption, of drug trafficking, of cartels, that is not the Mexico that our mother wants. And without a doubt, I do not want to cover any of that up.
However, for Vargas, these declarations are simply words. She says the Church's denial up until now to allow a formal visit between the families of the Ayotzinapa victims and the Pope has shaken her faith in the Vatican.
Sadly, our outlook on the Pope has changed, a lot. We are not going to stop and wait for him. We have to continue the search for our children. If he doesn't want to accept us, or to provide us with anything, not even a meeting, well, then we don't want one. We have something more important to do, which is to continue searching for our children.
Vargas now echoes the opinions made by other families of the Ayotzinapa students who call for grassroots organizing and social movement building as the means to procure justice, not just in the Ayotzinapa case, but beyond.
We live in a country where there is a lot of injustice, impunity, corruption. So for our companions, the only way forward is to join together and fight against this bad government and to build a road that allows us to unite to find a better future.
And although the families now voice their disillusion with the Catholic Church's ability to intervene and pressure Mexican authorities to intensify the investigation and search for the 43 disappeared students, they do admit that a public declaration by Pope Francis on the Ayotzinapa case would be strategic and favorable in their struggle for justice. Clayton Cantelesur, Mexico City.